So the biggest things we're looking for in the market right now are signs. And the biggest sign we're waiting for is that retail is coming back, that we're going to get this big explosive alt season that we historically get around this time. And the great news is that there are signs that are showing it is about to take place. And I'm going to go over a few things with you guys. Some of this has to do actually with stables. Some of it has to do with capital inflows. And some of this has to do with just overall optics in general. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So when we look at ADA in general, I've seen a couple comments talking about there not being an alt season because there's so many coins now, or ADA not getting to an all-time high because of whatever reasons. And understand that nothing is really different from these cycles to cycles. And understand that, comparing to last market cycle and the amount of coins that there were at that time, it doesn't really matter because there's more people, there's more capital, adoption is happening faster. And that's the way that that adoption takes place, right? Yes, there will be more products, but the amount of capital and people vastly outweighs that which has been launched in the market. And what we've been seeing in terms of ADA is surges and discounts. And this is the best way I can explain this to people, right? So people that are talking about ADA returning to, 20 cents or 30 cents or 50 cents or whatever, we need to understand that at this point, this was and this is all the way back for those that are just listening, there was a huge discount that took place all the way back in 2023. Depths of the bear market cycle, some of the cheapest opportunities to accumulate ADA. And then we know what happened in the early part of the bull market. It got to this overblown price up to about 81 cents. Obviously at that time, quote unquote, overvalued, right? Even though I think it was still undervalued. I think right now ADA is undervalued. As always, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. But we needed a cool down. We needed a pullback. So then what we saw was ADA go on this drop, this retracement, and then we got down to this discount zone in terms of ADA, which was coincidentally a higher price than what it was in the depths of the bear market cycle. And that's a normal thing, right? Because the discount zones get higher and higher and higher. Then we saw obviously demand for ADA continue to rise. We saw a nice surge because of this interest surrounding US-based crypto, and ADA surged all the way to $1.32. And what we've seen now is this higher discount zone take place right up about here, basically between 85 cents to about $1. We are currently sitting in the discount zone as we speak, and people know this. This is why we're seeing an overwhelming sense of accumulation. This is why when we look at the order books, they are heavily weighted towards the buying side, and this is being seen throughout the crypto space. We are in the dip. We are in the discount right now as we speak. Now, what's interesting is that we're looking for these signs that we're going to get that next leg, that we're going to get that extension, that adoption push that we always get. And what's interesting about this is these signs are in fact taking place. First of all, search traffic, high. People are paying attention to what crypto is doing right now. Obviously, there's a little bit of a downtick because, we're 6 days out from inauguration. Yes, there's been some excitement surrounding crypto, some of these new executive orders that have been signed, but everything has just kind of been blah as we've waited for some of those big events that are going to be coming over the course of the week. But looking back, historically speaking, we're about right in this nonsense right here, right before things begin to explode and run and search traffic hits insane all-time highs because more people are paying attention. When you have an administration that is embracing crypto, it brings more eyes to the party, right? Now, here's the interesting thing. What we have seen is large minting going on by some of the largest stablecoin issuers. For example, 18 hours ago, Circle issues $250 million or 250 million USDC on Solana, which now brings it up to $5 billion. Now, this is obviously following a mint that was done by Tether all the way back in November. And basically what you're seeing is this preparation for new retail coming to the space. These types of minting, or this type of minting that happens, it typically precedes pumps. It is either new capital entering the space, them preparing for new capital to enter the space. So those signs are a very important thing to monitor. Not only this, but we've talked about USDT dominance. We've talked about, it's been a while. We've talked about the amount of USDT that's on exchanges and prepared for pumps. And what we saw from from November until now is these reserves on exchanges just continuing to rise and rise and rise. Even, after we hit that high in all the way in December, and we've been on a little bit of consolidation in terms of assets in general, what you're seeing is stablecoin reserves rise and rise and rise. So you're seeing capital continue to be positioned for when buying ensues in the market. then adoption takes place in a big way. So you kind of have to basically piece all these bits and pieces of information together. That's why I do things a little different than other channels, because we have seen this lead to nice explosive recoveries before, nice explosive recoveries in the past. And again, circling back to ADA, the biggest thing we need is retail to come back. We know that ADA is a retail driven coin. It tends to perform its best when retail is excited and buying. And guess what? Now that it has this new narrative surrounding it, this US based crypto, now that obviously we've seen all these advancements and developments take place, now that all these partnerships are lining up, it wouldn't surprise me if ADA continues to surge and do quite well. Now, those saying that ADA isn't going to reach an all-time high, that it's going to struggle, I don't know what in these charts is telling you that to be the case. We're on trend historically speaking with what we normally do, what we did last market cycle. None of that has changed. And in fact, things are really going to heat up for ADA in a big way once we breach this trend line here. This dates back all the way to the depths of the bear market cycle and has served as a point of resistance for ADA. And in fact, we came back, we actually tested this all the way in the early part of December, and ADA, even looking back at last market cycle, we're waiting for that second throwback to the trend. That is the explosive one that makes us break out and makes ADA do those, I don't want to say thousands of % in run, but it's what has led us to some of these major explosive moves in the past. ADA right now is actually building to that time. It's changed its course. It is starting to work back to the upside. And although these last 7, 8 days, 10 days have been kind of blah, understand that this is again where people are taking advantage of the discounts and they're prepping for the boom that is about to ensue. So I just want to share that with you guys. I appreciate you as always. Are you seeing these same things? I think that minting is a big deal in terms of stables. Right now, search traffic is incredibly high, but understand that we haven't even eclipsed what was happening at the height of the last market cycle. That means there are a lot of people, a lot of retail that still has yet to come back to the space, and we're already doing as well as we are. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. How does this play out for you guys over the next few months? But have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.